Okay.
Hello and welcome back to the Throga channel. My name is Richard.
And my name is Johnny.
I am excited for today because I have actually already heard the song we're about to do. In fact, I've heard it several times. It's been out for a couple of years, but I just discovered that Johnny has never heard the song. And because it's been requested, I'm thinking, well, one of us can have a blind reaction. And that way I can take part as watching his reaction in the same way as you do. So really, I don't need to do anything in this video. The song we're doing is SOS, which I actually don't know who is written by because we weren't planning on doing this one today.
Sting.
Not the same song.
Message in a bottle. There's a Rihanna song called SOS.
There is. Also not that song. I'm going to put the credits for the song here in
Where?
post.
There?
Right? No, bring there, right there. There's the credits. That's going to be a mess. It is performed by Dimash. I think I said his name correct. This is a live performance, and I am super stoked to see what Johnny thinks of this voice.
And before we get started, as always, hit the like and subscribe buttons and ring that bell so you always know what videos we're coming out with.
Absolutely, and don't forget to check out the description below as well, where you can click on a link to go to Throga.com and get your free vocal assessment to learn more about your voice, and also learn about singing and songwriting lessons online with us.
What if I'm just blank-faced this whole time? Is that going to disappoint you?
It's not going to happen. Your jaw will drop at some point.
Okay.
Guarantee it.
Je vis, je meurs. Pourquoi je ris, pourquoi je pleure. Voici le SOS d'un rien en détresse. Pierre sur terre, je me ferai vos âmes, seulement dans ma peau. Je voudrais voler.
Wow. That's one way to cover 2 octaves.
In a breath.
In a breath. Wow. Wow.
J'ai toujours au fond d'une vie avec le conditionnel. Je crois dans zombies, tu es à ma force. Je sens quelque chose qui m'attire, voler.
Wow. Who is this? Who's this person? That has to be some sort of like artificial intelligence entity that was created just to sing.
I told
Wow.
you this would not disappoint. All right, what is the range we're actually playing with right now?
Let's see. So there was a low B.
Right here.
So that section, it's like, what is it? So it's
So that covers the 2 octaves right there.
yeah, just and then there's a F sharp right there. Yeah.
So there's a lot of songs out there that actually are 2.5 octaves. The big songs, right? Some Broadway pieces and like show-off pieces that are there that you might get from Celine Dion or Chris Cornell, and every genre has some like standout vocalist that has that. The level of effortlessness
Well, like
and
we've talked about before.
consistency of tone.
Yeah, and to be able to choose, because he uses different registers for the different. I mean, it's not like when he goes up high, it's always specific tone.
He's not stuck only in head voice here. He can put it in a mixed voice, which I call the passaggio. It's the blend where the folds go from thin to thick. He can do it in full chest and any degree in between those two things. Mm-hmm. And then when he did go to the F sharp, the first time he kind of changed the shape of his throat, going from more of an operatic style where there's more space for warmer tones into a divergent shape, which is where the larynx lifts up a little bit, the walls of the throat close a little bit, gives more like a megaphone shape, and that gives this crazy intensity.
Just complete control. He's like, all right, I want to sing this note this way.
Because I feel like it.
Yeah, well, that's what you aim for as a singer. You want that.
Always.
You want to be able to make choices as opposed to being the victim or at the mercy of, I guess, lack of coordination.
Exactly. So it's our total artistic expression is what
total
you get
freedom
when you're highly skilled.
Yeah, and that's got to feel so amazing to be able to do that. Whew. And also just hold the audience like just on a string. Just be like, you know what? This is what you're going to feel because I want you to feel this.
It's just power.
The total
absolutely
power,
amazing.
Okay. All right, so from that F sharp, which I originally thought was incredibly high and ridiculous.
All right, hold on. Let's show what we're doing again.
Okay, so we were just
here. This is
previously
the high
talking about that F sharp, which we thought was ridiculous, and so he just went up another fifth to the C sharp. Yep, and then if that wasn't enough, he went up to the E
because it clearly wasn't.
Yeah, so he went to that. So he almost scaled a whole another octave from that super high F sharp that he did before.
So now I'm running out of camera view to demonstrate the note choices.
So 1, 2, so almost 3.5 octaves. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely astounding. And it not just, here's the thing. I actually know of not a lot of singers that can pull off 3.5 octaves, but they can force a note. Like they might get a whistle tone or they can squeak that pitch or force this note. To have the choices he has in that range of notes is almost unheard of.
Tonally, too, the way he can... I mean, if I close my eyes, I mean, there's times when I wouldn't know if it was a female voice, but also a male voice. He can bring in that sort of bigger resonance, but also that really pure sort of operatic, classical like female tone.
And that goes back to total choice. It's not even a gender-based expectation. It's just how do I feel right now for this song in this lyric, and can deliver. This is live.
Yeah, so that's 3.5 octaves. So. Somebody told me long ago they were a Guns N' Roses fan that Axl Rose had a 7-octave range.
that is not the case. Now
I feel like that's not true.
Axl can get low if you listen to the low harmonies. I mean, he's definitely been like that E under the B that Dimash is doing, and he's definitely squeaked out some high note overtones. But it's a sound, an identifiable quality. But he has a delivery.
I refuse to believe it. I want to believe that Axl has doubled the range of this individual. More than doubled.
More than doubled. I would dispute that that claim.
Pourquoi je ris? Pourquoi je pleure?
Just
J'y crois comme des autres.
Total belt.
Notre amour.
And then complete opposite. Same notes, total opposite.
goosebumps every time. The riffs, the crescendos, the start, and just like the tug of war with vibrato, and
I mean, that has to be one of the most amazing singers I've ever heard, if not the most amazing. Taste aside, I mean, because some of my favorite singers aren't technically the best.
of course,
Just from a technical standpoint, who's better than that?
I cannot think of anybody. If you're talking pure measure of mechanics, breathing, flexibility, strength, intonation, range, tone, and articulation. Okay, those are the 7 dimensions of singing. This is something we talk about all the time at the Vocal Jam, and where you can get your free vocal assessment by clicking the link below. Pitch. No, so those 7 things are incredibly difficult to balance mechanically in your instrument, let alone to do throughout 3+ octave range. So I have not looked into other songs. I guess he has originals out there. I am curious to see if he goes in balance, like if he looks for different textures in terms of grit or vocal fry and other elements, because stylistically I like more edgy rock singers.
Right.
But in terms of a balanced, skilled singer, I cannot think of anyone more proficient.
So what's he doing now? It's
I don't know.
because you'd think he'd be just world renowned.
We've talked about this before in other videos. The best singers, the best musicians aren't necessarily famous, because skill doesn't equal fame. It has to be the right song and comes out at the right time, just a good presentation. There's other elements involved.
So many things that have to line up, yeah.
It's got 181 videos, 2.28 million subscribers. That is,
for that ability,
nothing.
That's pretty low, yeah.
It's really low. He deserves so much more.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's a marketing thing. Now I don't know if he sings in English, and maybe that's part of it. But maybe he does, and I'm not familiar. In the comments, let us know what song we should do next. I don't know any of his originals, so that's what I'm most interested in.
Yeah, you don't get better than that. So, thanks for introducing me to that. That's amazing.
Well, thank you for watching, everyone. We appreciate you joining us today.
And we'll see you next time. Thanks so much. See ya.
Bye.